Hey, Tom, good to see you. I have two questions for you. This appears, based on how the reps have gone, to be really beneficial for a guy like Nick to get the amount of experience he's gotten so far. Just what have you seen from camp that he's done well, and what are you hoping to see from an improvement standpoint between now and you guys having the first night opener here in 3 weeks?
Well, I like the fact that you're highlighting that he's getting a lot of reps, and he's done a great job with that. He was with us a year ago, so for him, it's basically just putting data in his hard drive and getting more reps at it, and he's doing a great job with it. He's much better in the passing game down the field. He's pretty good on the end of the line of scrimmage. So we're really happy with the amount of experience he's getting now, especially with the ones to run against the number one defense too.
Let's go to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Tom, thanks for taking some time. I was curious on the other side of it, what you feel maybe that you lost with Blake that you sort of have to replace with that now. And then with Travis, I was curious at this stage in his career with all that he's done, how do you find ways to challenge him at a camp like this?
Well, the first question there, Blake came in last year as a free agent. So the same thing as Ricky's done this year. And we just brought in, Daniel as well. So it's part of the process. Everybody starts where they're at as opposed to everybody starting at square zero. So we look for improvement from where they're at and where they're going to go, as opposed to have they been here that long. And, Nick's been here for, Deion's been here for a year. So those guys understand the offense, and they're taking that next step to figure out not just what we're doing, what the defense is doing, how I can affect them. The young guys then really with Ricky, he's got to come out and figure out what he's doing. Being an experienced route runner, he's done a real nice job with that down the field. And his big thing is just learning what we call it, not necessarily football, but it's just, okay, I've done that route concept, but this is what you call it. Now, how do I fit in? So he's doing a real nice job with that as well. And then Daniel came in. He's been here 24 hours, and he was taking reps today, scored a touchdown, and, he's doing a great job.
Let's go to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach. Always a pleasure to see you. How you doing?
Doing well, you?
Hey, I'm doing well, thanks. I've got two questions here for you. Specific to Nick Keizer, how much was it the plan for him to start off with getting the first team reps alongside Kelsey, especially considering how much 12 personnel you run? And then lastly, with Ricky Seals-Jones hurt and Deion Yelder hurt, how concerned are you with the depth behind the top three that you have right now?
Well, really, we roll the guys in as far as you don't have a specific slot that you're playing this time of year. Guys are going to play, if we have the 12 personnel, both of those two positions. And just kind of the roles come later when we start the game plan. So everybody getting reps is the big thing, some on the line of scrimmage, some down the field. So we're just looking right now to get people experience against good competition and see how they react and where they're at and how they need to progress from there. So we're pretty happy with the way the group's gone, and we just have to, I worry about who's going today and how to fit them in and where we're going to go. And Rick and Coach deal with the guys that aren't here.
Looks like we've got two more questions. Let's go Matt and then finish with Adam. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time. A lot of people talk about the, quality of blocking tight ends in the league these days. And I'm just curious, one, how important is that still to have those blocking tight ends in Andy's offense, maybe compared to what it used to be years ago? And then, how do you kind of break down the blocking abilities of some of the guys you have?
Well, the game's different than it was years ago. Before the Super Bowl, I was talking with John Runyon, and he was saying, well, the offensive line play is different just because of the way the practices go, the amount of time you have with them, how long you have a guy in a system and all that. So I don't think it's necessarily the way they used to be. This is where the game is now. So the guys on the end of the line of scrimmage have to be able to do both run and pass in today's game. Some offenses, though, use guys that could be more of a primary blocker type. So just it depends on what your offense is and how they fit in your system. So what we have here, the guys are doing a great job as far as they have to be able to do both. They can't just be a primary blocker, and we cannot survive with a guy that's just a primary route runner. They have to be able to handle both roles.